But hey y'all, it's your girl, Miss V in the building. Straight talk with Miss V. Y'all know it's been a minute. I be hustling. I be behind the scene all the time. But today, somebody, I don't know how she encouraged me to get in here. She thinks she the victim. She is not. I'm telling you, fell in love with her since the first phone call. She got me to come in here. I don't normally come and do my work. Y'all know me. But straight talk with Miss V. Our special guest today is Miss Dominique Hannaha.
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Miss Dominique, give them the topic and the breakdown of what we're about to talk about today.
The topic of today is basically how to maintain a work-life balance by being a female boss. And I don't know how she talked me into coming on here. Anybody know me know that's not my thing.
So now I'm the one.
Yep, all you.
Okay, I'll take it. Now, I have so many things to say about this topic, Miss Dominique, and I don't know what's right or left that how far we want to go.
Okay.
But when it comes to women being the boss of anything almost, I feel like it's something that men just kind of downpour on it quickly, especially relationship wise. Like, you a married person, I'm not. I'm divorced. Been divorced before I became a boss of something. So, but I see men seem to have issues under women with, from being under a woman. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to workplace. So, like, how do you begin to de-stress those type of situations?
Well, you really have to, put it like this. Your partner really has to understand the difference between being a business partner mm-hmm. and the personal side of it, whether it is a husband and wife situation, a domestic partnership, a boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever it is, whomever you with, they have to respect the role.
Right, of what this business thing is.
Yes, they have to respect the role. That's very important. And I think a lot of it is, as a woman, we tend to be, most of us are just natural born nurturers. So you gotta, I think as a woman, you have to decide, what are you gonna pour into? Are you gonna be able to pour into the business side of it, or you can be able to pour into the relationship side of it, or are you gonna be able to pour into both? And sometimes it becomes difficult, and I'm speaking from my own personal experiences.
And so that's another big deal right there. Mm-hmm. Speaking, because you're able to speak on what you know how it feels.
Absolutely.
And it's really, like, to me, it's really hard, and it puts me in a place that I can't even do.
You're not the first person.
I can't even find a good, decent date. And it used to bother me. It didn't, then it stopped. But then now I'm in a place now, like, I want to actually date. Mm-hmm. But now I can't even.
Why is that?
Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me why Miss B can't get a date.
Well, I'll tell you. I think you have to have a man that respects your hustle. Mm-hmm. And not all men do.
No.
Some think that, hey, look, if you can't find time for me, then, it's nothing. And some will say, well, how can I help support you in what you do? And I think that's the hardest part nowadays. As I talk to a lot of my single friends who are in business, right. It's hard for them to find someone who can really respect and support what they do. It's almost like they're jealous or something. I don't get it.
And I wonder that myself. Hey, babe, how you feeling, baby? I wonder that myself, because everything can be going well, and men can find, like, the smallest thing. Mm-hmm. As women, like you said, we are natural born nurturers. Mm-hmm. Like, as little girls, when you're 2, your first toy is a what?
A baby doll.
There you go. So I'm already learning how to take care of something.
That's right.
Make sure something eats.
That's
Make
right.
sure something is changed. Even though the baby doll is not real, mm-hmm. I'm just, I'm learning this at 2. That's my first toy. Absolutely. And then by 3, you probably get a nice tea set.
Absolutely.
So now you're learning how to make tea and serve it.
That's true.
About 5, you might get a kitchen set. So then I'm learning how to make tea, how to cook, mm-hmm. how to change a baby doll.
How to be a homemaker.
5, 6, I'm a whole homemaker, because now I got a dollhouse that I can walk in mm-hmm. and serve my tea, cook with my stove, and have my baby doll. Mm-hmm. So I'm nurturing from 2 mm-hmm. all the way to womanhood.
True.
So just because a woman is in a place where she is a boss of something doesn't mean that she's incapable of being married in a relationship, nurturing and loving on her mate in whatever capacity.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, but you also got to think about this. What's the first toy a boy ever gets?
I don't know. I'm not a boy. Wrestling
Yeah,
man.
wrestling men,
So they learn how to fight.
GI Joe,
G.I. Joe. They learn
Tonka
how to
trucks.
shoot and be
You know what
aggressive.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so for us, I mean, it's easy for us to be able to be kind, compassionate,
Right.
caring,
Mhm.
supportive. You know, that's not the first thing that they're taught.
Right.
So, in a relationship, I mean, you gotta think about it. In a relationship, and you're with someone who really doesn't understand that, hey, look, I gotta pour into this business too.
Right.
You know, I gotta pour into being an executive. I gotta pour into being an entrepreneur. I gotta pour into I gotta pour into the relationship. I gotta pour into the kids. I gotta pour into the house. You gotta have somebody that's mature enough to understand where you are, what you're doing, and where you're trying to go,
And why
and why.
is it important for me to have this role?
Absolutely.
Because the thing is, in relationships, even if a woman is in business, and most times when a woman is in business, the male, the husband, the other counterpart, he's there to help brace her and have her back. And we're gonna go out, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And they want to help you, like, with my clothing, I know something. You want to say, well, babe, I'm gonna wear this and I'm gonna go to the barbershop, make sure this get out, that get out, da 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 da. But then when I say, all right, so now I gotta go back because I gotta make sure I got this amount of orders. Well, I was gonna go ahead and buy blah blah blah. We can do that with this money. No. Why? It's like they don't get that. As women, as nurturers, we already know. Rainy day, re-up money, hard time money, and pay back to the account money. They 4 different monies. So we ain't going shopping every time some orders get sold.
And I also will say, I find that some men don't know how to ask, do you need help? I think because, women of today, we do a great job of juggling so many different things. We take care of home, we take care of the office, we take care of our man, and I'm not talking about like financially. I'm just talking about being there for his needs.
Yeah, because you got to be there for your man needs too. You can't drop the ball on him.
When he pick up the phone and asks you to do something, you get it done.
All right, baby.
We make it look seamless. So I think that
we kind of creating a
I think sometimes we create that situation because we look as though we can handle it. And sometimes they don't want to ask because you don't look like you need the help. So, I mean, the best thing, and I can speak from my perspective, I think that, you got to learn how to say, hey, look, this time is for this. This time is for work. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But you got to take time out for yourself.
And we tend to not do that.
We don't. Me personally, I'm guilty of that. I will
go I know I don't.
go and go and go and go until my body says stop.
Like today, like now I had a strenuous day. I was just trying to tell you a little bit before we got started.
Right.
My day was really, 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 really stressful today. But I couldn't say, oh, Mrs. Dominique, I'm not doing the show today. And then I have one engineer and producer at 5:30. I can't tell them, no, I'm not doing that show this evening. Right. And then it's supposed to be, I guess, a storm coming or something. Yep. So it's like, I get an emergency text. Can you come in and work the emergency shelter tonight? I said, yep, I'm free up to 6:30. I ain't even think twice. I ain't say, I'm already having a bad day and I got to get to the studio. I told her, yes, ma'am, I can. Let me know. Onboarding ain't even start for the winter yet. But since y'all said it's emergency and it's necessary, my hustle. I got to keep, I got to keep going.
And we do that though. It's like we will take on. It's funny, I was having a conversation with my goddaughter, and she said, you have to stop overextending yourself.
How do you do that?
The best thing we can do, we have to start setting boundaries. We have to start setting boundaries. You have to start saying, hey, look, I can't. And be okay with saying I can't, and be okay with saying no.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you can't pour from an empty cup.
You can't. You ain't gonna get nothing
You
from it.
cannot pour from an empty cup. And to all of my female bosses out there, you know, I know it is difficult. It is hard to sometimes stop because you feel if you stop, the business gonna stop, the money gonna stop,
Because
this
we
gonna
think that.
stop.
We think
That's what we think, right? But that's not true.
Yeah.
You know, you have to structure your business the way, I mean, and I don't know how many of you out here working or have second side hustles or whatever. If you're employed,
You might go over a little bit.
if you're employed, your employer already has something in place if something happens to you. Something happened to you today or tomorrow, they got somebody who's gonna fill that seat.
With no problem.
No problem. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to structure your business, whatever it is, use that same model. You have to have somebody that you can rely on that will pick up the torch and keep things going.
Right.
You have to. You know, I have basically canceled vacations. I have canceled appointments. I have missed school plays, all types of things because I used to feel that if I wasn't there, it wasn't going to work. And
that's what we think.
That was a huge mistake that I made in the past. And you look back at one thing we can't get back is time.
Right, right.
No matter how much we try, no matter how we think that we can relive something, you can't get that back.
But you know what's odd is, so like you said, you missed a lot of those things. But I was a person who would work overnight and do all those things. And then, so what I miss is sleep. I'm a person who can't sleep now because my body is trained to, if I don't fall asleep by 8:30 and then everything is totally pin drop quiet so I can stay asleep, I don't even sleep for like 2 hours and 24.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm the same way. You know, it's like my mind doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
And what I just actually downloaded an app on my phone that plays like this. What is it called? Green music.
Yeah, I saw it on the screen.
Right?
Like you do green and brown or orange and
So look, so your mind will turn off. You know, it's because it's always something going on, something to do, something to fix. And women, we don't have the luxury, especially for those who are you know, mothers, wives, whatever. We don't have the luxury sometimes of saying, hey, I'm not going to do it, you know, or I can't. You know, we always have to be available and be on point.
Yes.
You know,
Dominique, this button is bothering me. I'm so that's why I need to sit over here more often because you keep on talking and I'm right here.
So
I can't help it, y'all.
So it's
you're an engineer, you just can't stop some stuff.
Boom.
Yes. Yeah.
And we're back.
And just like that, we back.
So, I mean, but all of that goes back to really structuring those boundaries.
Yes.
You know, being able to say, hey, look, I can't do everything. You understand what I'm saying? Just think about it. Even the most expert of jugglers, if they have too many balls, they're going to drop something.
You're still going to drop something.
You're going to drop something.
You're still going to drop something.
And at the end of the day, you know, we really have to focus more on, which is leading into our self-care. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like with the sleep. All right, 8:30. If you know everything I have to be totally quiet, guess what? Put that phone on Do Not Disturb.
You know what? I always had a problem with, which sounds probably crazy to some people, like powering the phone off or something.
You have to,
but now, so what I do is I will put it on silent, but I still see it light up and I will answer it. So now I put it on silent and I turn it face down so it can be lost. So I don't get every text or every call, but I might see the most recent whatever. And some people will tell me next day, Dad, that's not like you missing calls. They be like, yo, I had my phone face down.
You gotta rest though. You know,
and they don't get it.
You gotta rest.
They don't get it.
Put those like for your kids, your significant other, parents. You can have those as emergency contacts. Those calls are gonna come through regardless if you have your phone on Do Not Disturb or not. You know, but for everything else, it can wait.
But they be the main ones that I want.
It can wait. Like, you know, like, hey, if it is an emergency, a true emergency, they'll call back to back,
Yeah.
right? But if it's not, it'll ring once. You know, get the text message. Listen, I'm guilty of it. I get in trouble all the time. Why didn't you answer your phone? Why didn't you answer your phone?
Because I couldn't.
Like, I need to decompress.
See, like now, I should be engaging in our conversation, and I keep on turning because I can't stop touching.
That's the engineering in you, though.
You
know
see,
what I'm saying?
and keep on doing this. So I don't know what it is that we said or what we. It's probably good. You know, it's only you got to say one word for social media to think we're doing something. You know, out of hand, out of pocket. But
I'm telling
we're
you,
not.
if anybody's watching that, know they know. I don't know how to go on live. I barely even post. So
Which is good, because anybody who know me know Miss V is off the chain when she want to be. She will go in, but I'm not going in today because this is not that type of environment. And that's another thing, people don't look at a female boss and say, like, she can be versatile. Miss V can't change. She always aggressive. She always slick. She always this, that, and the third. No, actually, I want to be, like, I'm like fine china, like, you know that china that they use on Bridgerton, but it's real pretty with the gold trim? That's me. Treat me so fragile. Like, if you put it up to your mouth too quick, you might break the handle.
That's right.
I'm that fragile.
And you're still a lady.
And I'm still a lady at all costs.
You're still a lady. And you can still be a lady in business and be treated like one. But the thing is, you have to demand it.
But then when I get demanding,
you gotta demand it.
I don't know why everything turns aggressive. Like, I'm looked at as totally like aggressive. Like, I can tell a joke and somebody be like, "Dad, why you say it like that?" And I be like, "Yo, I'm playing."
No, I think people probably think that because one, you know, I met you. You high energy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love the energy, and you're passionate.
I am. So
some people don't know how to take that,
yeah.
But you are high energy and passionate.
Yeah.
So some people might think that, you know, well, why is she so? But that's not really the case. Like with me, most people take me different. I'm quiet and, you know, I'm like kind of laid back. I go with the flow but I'm the one that people try to play with.
Yeah, because look, she's so quiet.
Like,
so we
had
our meet and talk Saturday. I was like, Dominique, kill a bum. I had to take that little pause. Like, I gotta look at her differently. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get that from you.
Right.
You don't get that from you. But for me, somebody gonna think right off the rip, I'm gonna cut out. But people don't know. Like, I was in a group, so I go to it's two male groups that I attend every other Wednesday, and it's one on Tuesdays. The guys actually have a show here at the podcast. The show is called Insight from the Gods. With Lakim and Knowledge, there's their names. And I go to their groups because it works for me. Sorry, ladies, but y'all too messy. I can't go to group with.
Well, you like me. I don't like it either.
I can't. It's because it turned into because the girl on my job. What's her name? Because I think I know her. Bitch, that's not why we here.
Right.
Oh, that's not why we here. So I go to the men's group, and what I was about to say is like, I like it better because it actually shows me the other side of me. But anyway, nonetheless, a topic came up last week on somebody's card they had to read last Tuesday in Knowledge Group, and the card read, when do you feel like you're most alone? Like you're at your most alone. And some people say, well, when I'm doing this, when I'm doing that. And I never answered because it's their card to answer, everybody else to give in to if you want to, and I didn't. But I wanted to say, I feel my most alone when I'm at the biggest party. When I'm on the mic, it's your girl, Miss V in the building. We cutting down section back here. That's when I'm my most alone.
Why do you feel like that?
Because I really like, oh my God. Because I told you I have issues where I don't be trusting folks. So I don't want to be like, I don't want to be. I don't want to be. People don't read that in the back of my mind. Now, people will invite me, like, you going to come out, you going to get on the mic? And I'll be like, yo, I don't know. And they be like, come on. Then I get there and y'all straight give me the mic and I'm like, I'm not for it. They be like, come on, this your wheelhouse, this your personality. Nobody thinks about, well, why did she do talk radio for 10 years? That's because nobody could see me.
Right. Because you're behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like today, that Instagram is killing me because I'm used to being over there. I could have fixed whatever and keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel my most alone when I'm in the forefront and gotta be da 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 because people expect me to be hey y'all, come here, what we going to do? Da, da. I don't want to. I don't like it.
It's funny you said. I never thought about that, and it's crazy because I feel most alone when I'm in the mix, when I'm working or when I'm in the office.
Or you can kind of slide to it if you need to.
Or when I'm in the office, because it's kind of like people look at me like I'm a fixer.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So they're waiting for you to fix something together.
They call me and they run stuff past me, and no matter what it is, I have a solution.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel most alone when I'm in my element because I sometimes feel like, who can I turn to? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's like really like, who can I turn to? It's like I have a small group of people that I can pick up the phone and say, hey, look, I got a question for you. And shout out to them. They know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
They give me that answer.
Yeah, they know who they are. They're your people.
You
right.
understand what I'm saying? But I feel you. That's when I feel like I'm just on this island by myself.
Right.
And and you really don't think about it, feeling like that affects your relationships.
Your relationship, not
really
just with a partner, like even with your children. It affects relationships.
It affects everything because it's crazy. I was feeling like that yesterday for some, I don't know. I was feeling like that yesterday, and everything I was asked, I responded with it's kind of like I had an attitude. It's
right.
It's kind of like I felt a little bit.
What's right with me?
Right. It's like, what's right?
Yeah.
Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I get you there. And I wonder how many, hey, look, we need to pose that question. Like, how many other women feel like that? How many other women who are, whether you're an entrepreneur or you're a corporate executive,
and you sitting back and dealing,
or whatever, and you just dealing and you coping,
and you're not saying
anything. And most people don't. And I tell people this all the time. Like, I feel like everybody needs a therapist.
The therapist need a therapist.
Therapists need therapists
all the time. I don't care how much I counsel, how many people I counsel. At the end of the day, I still need to talk to the therapist. My therapist once in a while. And then now I go to the men's group, so I need to go to their group every week, at least one of them. I need to get the group because I really be like overwhelmed, and I'm not gonna say I'm not a person that share because I share.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm real careful who I share with. Like I got those kind of things going on. So it's like all of that is in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then if my kids call for something, grandkids call for something, work. She got 2, 3, 4 jobs calling for something. Like I don't have the capacity to hold all of that.
Mm-hmm. And and
who I'm gonna give it to if I have to.
But think about it, because the crazy part about it is people don't really see us as being vulnerable.
Mm-mm.
And you got to be careful who you're vulnerable to, because sometimes people will weaponize what you say.
They will get up in there.
They will weaponize it.
Yeah, they'll utilize that terribly.
They will use it against you at some point in time.
You're right.
So it's kind of like you're guarded.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have an outlet, all of that stuff festers.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, think about it. It's just like a bottle that you shake up and you take the top off of it, and it explodes, right?
Right, because there's so much in there that
it's so much that it just spews out.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes. You really have to like take time and sit down at the end. You know what I journal. People don't know that, but I journal. Sometimes when
which
I'm
is really good.
I just have to, I write things down.
Mm-hmm.
I write out how I'm feeling or how something.
And that is really a good coping skill. Not recommend that coping skill to everybody, but you won't believe this. I can't write down a thing. I cannot.
Why is that?
If it's not printed out and I got the printout and it's something that I keep in my purse or keep in my book bag, I don't have anything written down.
I have books all over my house.
I had to call my daughter today and was like, "What's the topic for the show? I need it word for word so I can put it on the page." Right.
You
Right.
you listen. You know how they say those who can't do teach? That's me. You know, I give the best advice.
Right.
And I
That
don't
is
take
me.
it. I
That's
don't take
me.
my own. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I give the best advice, but I don't take my own.
I'm going to give you 10, 50 million coping skills to get you calmed down from A to Z.
Right.
Ask me, can I calm? Nope, I'm
Nope.
stuck on A, and I've been here since January.
See what I'm saying?
Ain't no calm down.
No, you have to have, we have to talk about the balance.
And that's
You
why.
know what I'm saying? That's part of the balance.
So that's why that was the
No.
one piece of the balance that I wanted to bring in. I'm going to get that and I'm bring it over here so I can be able to touch it because it's driving me crazy. But that's one
I
thing.
got it.
That's one thing of the balance that I was going to bring it over here, put it on this stand so we can already be right here for do it again. One thing of the balance for me that is triggering is that, see, it's saying something, it's bothering me, Miss Dominique, you don't know. But one thing of the balance that's triggering me, that bothers me, well, the one thing that works in the balance, like now, going to group.
Yeah.
If I go to group and I actually, like sometimes I would just slip out before it's my turn and be like, yo, I gotta go my ride here. And I probably have been driving like 2 months now. So they like, oh, you ride here then? Oh, okay. I tried that last week. And I'm go to tech to tell my ride, like, I'm ready to go. Somebody next to me. Guys on both sides. Oh, she calling her ride. It's V turn to read her card.
You know what? You need to read the card and you need to answer the question.
And that's what they said. So that's what I ended up doing. I ended up taking my turn and actually reading the card, and it actually made but I'm telling you how ready I felt. Like 3 other guys, one at a time, picked their phones up to go live to record it. Because it's like, she always got something to say. Let's see her be vulnerable. And I was like, why y'all picking up y'all phones? Y'all make me sick. But, and then I went on and read it. And I gave them, I think the card was a reference to fear. And it was like, what? Something about fear and being in completion. I was like, the thing that I'm fearful of that I can't move forward is I got to have all of the ducks in a row. And if they don't look like, it could be 50 ducks, but one could look like he teeter-tottering. And I'm going to have a whole heart attack. But the duck ain't getting down to me until probably about June next year. But I feel some type of way. Yeah. Like, I need that duck fixed. I need that duck here. Like, I can't, my it's so bad. Let's don't make that my hairstylist 2 weeks ago sent me a video of a bob. And she know I love a bob. You don't got to send me this. Like, that was her way of politely saying, where you been? Is your hair done?
You know,
no, I called her yesterday. Was like, I'm coming to get my hair done this week. Like, get off my bed.
You know, that is a part of self-care. I can't, I can't.
Bring it over here, Miss Dominique. I'm sorry, I got to.
I
There's something with saying about the internet. I can read it, but I can't see it from here.
Well, I tell you,
I'm
I'm guilty of the same thing.
Yeah.
I had my girlfriend, she'll say, you need to take care of you. And if she looking at this, she know what I'm talking about. She'd be like, look, you need to take care of you. You need to worry about you. You need to put yourself first. You need to put yourself first. And I know that that's my thing.
Right.
I don't put myself first. I'll put everything else ahead of me. I put the business ahead of me. I put
everything
family ahead of me. I put everything ahead of me. So, I have to put myself at the top of the food chain.
Do you do it?
I'm guess what? I've started.
That's good.
I've started doing it.
That's good.
I've started doing it. I've started to, and actually it feels good.
Because that's something that I've just started trying to do for myself. Put me
You have
first.
to put you first.
I'm not good with not.
Because think about it. I mean, look, just take advice from the stewardess. Right?
What is it over here, Miss Dominique? I'm sorry, but I'm here.
You're in your engineering.
I cannot not.
Just think about it. When you get on the plane, what's the instructions that they give you if the oxygen mask drop?
Right.
What
they always
instructions
say,
do they give
put
you?
your mask on first
Before you try to help anybody
before you try to
else,
help
right?
someone else. Yeah.
So I'm always guilty of putting my mask on last. And I'm like, so I get it.
Well, before you know it, they
know
looking
what I'm
like
saying?
she should have been already because we seen her whole family.
Exactly. Like,
But no, I'm the one who's
No.
suffocating because I help everybody and then put
Right.
my mask on.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm starting to basically listen. I have to listen.
Come over here with you.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
There we go. Yeah.
So I'm starting to listen.
Yeah.
Cause it's like I mean,
Hey, Rodney Pierce on
it
Instagram.
becomes so overwhelming when you don't do that.
Right.
I mean, I get so. I mean, like the day that look to tell you the truth back to what you were saying. Now you said that you had a stressful day and
My day was awful.
but the show had to go on. It's the
Right.
same thing. Like my yesterday was stressful, my today was stressful, but I had to say, hey, look. I sat in the car for a minute, Dominique, get yourself together.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
And
Get up to the studio
I appreciate you because you still
And-
roll with it.
and do what you gotta do.
And that's what my daughter told me today. Rodney Pierce said, good afternoon, Queens. Hey, Rodney Pierce, we here in the building
Hello.
encouraging. You know how we do. Miss V ain't been on in a while. Miss Dominique and I vibed so well when we met that I felt like,
We talk for hours.
yeah. So it was necessary.
Yeah. Talk for hours.
But my daughter told me, like, cancel the show's mine for today. And I was like, no. Like, not only did I already talk to Miss Dominique and I feel necessary for this, because Rodney Pierce is another person, he been actually, I've known him for hundreds of years, but he's been following since I've been on talk radio.
Mm-hmm.
So they can tell you Miss V don't only miss shows. But I haven't been on a show of my own in months. And prior to that, probably was last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one reason I definitely just wanted to get here so you and I could do the show.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the guys will come in. They got their ad fees. How can I?
Absolutely.
So I'm worrying about everybody else. So whatever happened in my day, and if my sugar is low or I bottom out, it don't even matter to me as long as everybody got
Well, see, we gotta get away
what they
from,
needed. Mm-hmm.
We have to get away from that. You understand? So the way that we get away from that is, like we say, we have to set boundaries and we have to know our limits. You know, we definitely have to know our limits.
Right.
You know, and a lot of it is we as women sometimes we worry about the things we can't control.
Right, we do.
You know,
As we
everything
do.
is not in our power. But what's in our wheelhouse is what we need to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's kind of like as I say that, it's like, damn, you listen
You're
to
hearing yourself. I was going to say,
You know what I mean?
so
Like,
right now you hear it yourself
you know,
saying,
like, you need to do what you telling everybody else to do. But it's true. Just think about it. Statistics show women have far more strokes and heart attacks than men. Wow.
and see, that's something I didn't even look
Yeah.
up prior to. Well, that's because I didn't have enough time either. Here we go. Rodney Pierce
like,
over on
for real.
Instagram said,
Look it
it's
up.
simple. You can pour from an empty cup vessel. Now,
That's
if
right.
you was listening earlier, Rodney Pierce, you probably didn't hear it because we kind of went on and off with Instagram. But Miss Dominique actually just said the same thing, that you can pour from an empty cup. But the thing is, at the same time, it's like, bring it out. I might have some more water in there to drop and help somebody else. And it's hard to not.
And you know, you have to. We can't. Rome wasn't built in a day. You see what I'm saying? It's called. We gotta pace ourselves. Anything that we do, you gotta think about it. It's called healthy growth.
Yeah.
You know. So we have to stop thinking that if it doesn't get done today, it gotta be done today.
It gotta be.
Just gotta get
That's
done
how I'll be feeling about
right now.
stuff.
You gotta do it right now, and that's not the case. You know, it's really not the case. And I'm going to take the advice that I give everybody else because I do it all the time. I will work 14 hours a day. I work 14 hours a day, then I go home. I have to be a mom. You know, I have to help my daughter with her homework. I got to make sure the clothes are washed. I got to do this. I got to do that.
You're a mom and a wife.
And I'm in school, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I did this, but I went back to school.
You better than me. Sis.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
So
the
it's
one
kind of
thing
like
I
I gotta
can't
do
do.
homework, I have to do this, I have to do that. But you gotta pace yourself.
Rodney Pierce just said, and he probably missed it when you said it earlier, facts, borders and boundaries, one day at a time.
That's right.
I don't believe everything would be inching. I need to go ahead and do all of this, get this out my way. Go ahead and do all of this and get this out my way. Like, I forgot to give you those words. and it was bothering me. And then my printer at home was acting crazy. I was like, what am I doing? Forgetting all about when I go to work tomorrow. It's to school. I can print them out and make the copies right there. Get here and do it in the office. I didn't. None of that crossed my mind. It was like getting it done right then and there was the necessary for me. I said.
And it's crazy. I sometimes feel like that. I sometimes feel like, oh, if I don't get this done now, then, I'm not going to have time to do it later. Or I don't get this. But when you start feeling overwhelmed, things don't get done right anyway. So you wind up having to redo it over.
Yeah, because I don't let people handle stuff for me.
See? And you have to, like you have to delegate. You don't have to delegate and relinquish. You know what I'm saying? You can delegate it. I mean, you can still make sure it's done.
But see, I don't trust that nobody is going to do what I need to be done like me. So I have particular people, like the person who I would want to come and engineer today couldn't. So now I'm about to sit here and try to do all of this from across the world instead of getting somebody else to come and do it.
I mean, God, I don't know how you do it. I don't,
Instead of getting somebody else to come and do it, I decided I'm going to jump across the table.
No, you can't.
I know.
Tell me how you do it.
You see me. It's hard. And this is not the one thing I would do, like just, me trying to handle it. I'm just like this with everything.
You hosting a show. You being an engineer. Sound check.
Checking the sound. Because y'all see, I don't even have no mic. So y'all won't even believe how I'm doing the sound check. I ain't even going to tell nobody. Because then people going to want to steal my skills. Nobody give me props for what I do anyway. Psych, no, but for real. I'm actually checking and doing sound checks so I know when you're low or not.
You're low, yeah, my boy. So I'm like, oh, okay. How she know that?
Because when you got to do stuff yourself, and I don't gotta, but I do. I just feel like I do. It's just my baby. Let me take care of my baby. Over on Instagram, Rodney Pierce said, each one teach one. Someone is following in your footsteps. And that's the big deal, Rodney Pierce, because I could be following somebody who don't have 8 tentacles like an octopus like I have. And I can lead them straight to a heart attack.
Right. So, we got to lead by example.
And that's why this topic was important. Yeah.
Pace ourselves. This is, people say slow and steady wins the race. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
We say that. It's not just about being like slow doesn't mean you don't start. Slow doesn't mean you don't execute. Slow means that you plan things out. You know what I mean?
Well, I plan out. I know what I need to do.
Plan it out and say, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do today. These are the things that I need to get done today.
Right. I got that part.
And guess what? But you got to know your cutoff point.
That's what I don't have.
And you have to know your cutoff point.
Yeah. That's the part I'm learning now. I'm learning to trust more people. And I'm learning to have that.
That's the only way, like...
that boundary, that cutoff boundary.
And for women in business, I don't care what kind of business it is, the only way that you can scale your business is if you plan for it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I look at, like, even with your studio, I love it in here. I'm going to come back.
Thank you. Yeah,
let's do this again,
we cozy. We keep it cute.
It's like, you have to have... You have to have it at a place where, hey, look, Ms. V can't be here. I know I can rely on, I got Dominique as my second in hand, using me, for example. She's not going to pick me, trust me, because I don't know none of this. None of it, okay? I know my lane, and this isn't it. But you got to have some mechanisms in place that if you can't be here, the show can go on.
The show can keep going.
The show can keep going. And you got to understand that
I'm gonna read
nobody's perfect.
In a second, Rodney.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. People are going to make mistakes.
And that's the thing, people don't even see. I'm like totally flawed. But that's where the hindrance is starting to come in now. Like I can say, any business, like you said, a woman in any kind of business. You can be a woman who just sell dinners for a living on the weekend. But you already know how many pans of fish you got, how many pieces of wings, how many dishes you need. Don't run out of food and say, all right, let me send somebody to thaw this out, season this up. Sis, have a cutoff.
Right.
Every business need a cutoff because as women, like you said, we want to nurture everything.
Yeah, we did.
We don't want to just nurture what the business is.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing everything else outside of the business.
True.
And that's where we get our heart attacks and our stress and all those things from. Like, we got to learn to take it one day at a time. It's just unfair, I guess. Not unfair. What is the word I want to say? Unfortunate
Unfortunate.
that I can give all of this. And I don't do nothing. Like, because we ain't finna relinquish nothing. But that falls under my trust issues, Miss Dominique. Let me read Rodney Pierce's comment over on Instagram. He said, we can control some things, but no one can do everything all the time. Rodney Pierce, and you know, from the show's period, Miss V do all of the stuff. And she tried to do all of the stuff. Like, automatically, that's just how I be. And it's not on purpose. It's just, I don't know what you make there. So let me go ahead and do it. And I can do it, but once I start getting tired, and I'm mean. Like we was talking earlier, like me out with no reason. And everybody like, why you acting like that? What the fuck y'all
What
don't
you
see?
mean? You don't see what I'm doing? You don't see look what I'm going through?
If
Like,
y'all don't-
you asked me that.
Twerk your head around and see all the shit I'm doing around this motherfucker. Like, I will go in, but where everybody don't even deserve that.
That's
like,
true.
Me, come on. You know, nobody deserves you to act the way you just act.
That's
And I be
true.
like, yes, they did. Asking me stupid stuff. What's going on? They be like, what they just said? What's going on?
You know, I think sometimes we cry out for help, but you really want the help.
But see, that's the thing. I want the help, but I want it how I want it. And everybody is not helpful in the capacity I am. I'm a person who feels like, now, one person can have, and this, I'm going to use this breakdown that I heard a minister give this breakdown before. Your capacity is the size of the top on the water. My capacity is the water bottle.
Mm-hmm.
I can pour me into you without pouring me all over the freaking place. And now I'm all worn out and no good because you stand in the puddle of water, but you're still good because your cap is filled to the brim.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of me just all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't pour into me because your drip from your top ain't even enough to give me some residue to get me through 2 hours of whatever my crisis is. And it makes it really hard. And so I think a lot of my traumas throughout my life kind of got me right here with, you do it and ride on out. Rock out. Just go ahead and rock out. And I tell myself that. Like, I actually talk to myself. I get up in the morning and I pray first. And I got 15 minutes of silence. And then I got the music comes on. Like, and I'm telling you, hello, good morning. Diddy remix is the best to get ready to work for. Because I'm in, hello, good morning. And I'm going to this song every day. And it pumps me up so I can push. And it'll push me through the day. So when she texted me today, I was like, the emergency shelter might be opening. Can you come in? I did not hesitate. Yes. What time? She said, what time you free? I said, I don't know. Let me know. About 6:30. Who don't even just say, well, I can do 11 to 7. Mm-hmm. I probably can do like 6 to 4. I could, like, I didn't even pick a time. Just like anything after that.
All this circles back to setting those healthy boundaries.
Well, how do I know how to set it if I don't know what they are?
Cutoff point. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
You have to know your cutoff point, and even with finding proper help. You understand what I'm saying? It's this book by Tom Collins. It's called Good to Great. When I used to be in my former life, I used to be a managing director of acquisition and development for a national nonprofit, and I had to make sure. I managed a team. But I had to make sure I had the right people on my team. In order to
make sure that it went well.
To make sure that it went well. And with any business, you have to have the right team. You know, like
right.
Even for like any sport, you know, they want to win. They don't just put anybody out on the field.
Right.
Just because you know how to catch a ball don't mean you know how to run. You know what I mean? Or just because you made the team doesn't mean that you're supposed to play every game.
Yeah, you going to play every game. You just on the team. You might ride this bench.
Right. But then they have their all-stars, the one who play almost every game.
And
right?
You get tired of seeing.
And you get tired of seeing, right? But but you have to build your team like that, and that's how you're able to establish that healthy balance. Because if I got Miss V in the office, but I still got to do Miss V's job, I got the wrong person sitting on the bus. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And sitting in the wrong. You shouldn't even be on the bus. Or if you're on the bus, you might be sitting in the wrong seat. Because that's like with that book. That's what that book talks about. Having the right people sitting in the right seat on the bus.
Right.
Right. Because it's the people that really drive your business. We can't do everything.
Right.
You know, like
we have to learn that.
We have to learn.
I'm getting into your comments. I see them
We
popping.
can't do that. We can't.
Right. And I don't know that I can't.
Well, guess what?
I don't know what in my head.
We're gonna have to have a follow-up show because we're gonna have to try some
stuff.
things.
Let's write some stuff.
And
No,
see if it works.
I always say write it down. I'm not gonna remember once we write it down. So I don't even want to say.
Let me put it in my notes. Let's go.
I don't even want to say I want to write it down.
I'm putting it in my notes. Let's go.
Please, you worse than the men's group. Don't test me, Miss Dominique. Don't do that. I gotta read the comments.
All right, let's go.
I feel pressured. Okay, y'all send the message on Instagram. Somebody said their number. I'll get to that in a minute. Right now, I want to read the comments. It's a Tone in the building. Good morning, go. Hello, everybody. Hello. Rodney Pierce came back to say, you said you were an octopus, but remember, they lose tentacles, but the beauty is they grow back. So, yeah, I ain't never said I don't lose it, right? Because, Rodney, you know, and anybody who know me honestly know I lose it and I go off. And I got to shut down, and I will shut. But when I shut down, I got to shut down everything around me for a minute. Give me a couple months, and then I'll come back. So I'm not saying that I'm so super pro that I can keep flowing, because I don't. I do get to the shut down, stressed out, I can't breathe part. So don't take me wrong. Don't take me wrong. Just know my trust level puts in my backbone level. So I can say, since I don't trust people, I make everything on my back ride. Like I'm doing all this. Even when you was like, I get the phone, I was like, oh no.
I got it. She's like, I got it.
No, you said
like,
no.
I'm sitting closer to the phone.
Right.
But no, I got it.
He came back to say the process you're in a better space and place, and if you have to start over, you're not starting at the beginning. You're starting from the experience, which is great. Another comment came. I got the Big Tone said, "Got to know the boundaries that make better accommodations for you." And sometimes I feel like that's selfish. Let me accommodate me, and I ain't thinking about other people.
Well, the thing with you like a one-man show or one-woman show. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make accommodations for yourself. Like if you see that one thing isn't really working, you know, like, well, I need to modify that. Or like even with today, all right, cool. We're not starting at 4:00. If you want to do your show, we do your show at say 5:00 because it gives you time to decompress.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like, and sometimes it's hard for us to assess our own issues.
Right.
You know, it really is. It takes somebody from the outside looking in to say, hey, look, Miss V, you know what? This might give you some time to get yourself together. Let's not start at 4, school let out at 3. I'm just using that for example. Or whatever the case may be. Okay, cool. All right, well, even with the shelter, I know that I have this to do. I'll let the shelter know that I can work overnights on, say, Thursday and Friday. Because I don't have nothing to do. I'm
that
just
was
using
the
that,
plan, though.
using that as an example.
Actually, and that's all that you said. That was my plan. I was going to go to onboard at the end of the week. But whatever storm is due to come today or tomorrow, they are opening up today. So we won't even get to onboarding. So they're using people who already know the business, already worked last winter, to come in, and they're asking us, can you come in? And what I said?
Yes. And you didn't hesitate.
Didn't even hesitate.
You didn't even check your schedule.
Nope. I just know what time they're showing. So I know when we done. I know when they start. And yeah. All right. Here she go. It's your girl, Miss V in the building. Everything. And that's it. I just spit the stuff out my mouth. Like it comes out automatically. There's no pause for me. Someone said yes. Okay, you changed your name and I didn't realize. Just Tracy, thanks for joining. He said, I'm getting ready to DM you. You said you're going to DM me, but I can't check the DM while I'm on here. So text my phone. Okay, all right, everybody. I'm trying to see. Why am I trying to read all the text? It's like I be trying to do all of the stuff.
Well, in transparency, I can't stand on my reading
But my glasses over there, but I'm doing good because I have everything within my reach. So that's another reason why I needed to turn the whole system around. So I run the risk of unplugging something, cameras going out, lights going off, anything. One plug can come out and throw everything off. But instead of me waiting, making sure that the person can come here and engineer, I was like, nope, I'm gonna turn this around, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna let me look out the door. I don't see him, you ain't coming. So I gotta roll, and I roll.
So let me ask you, Ms. V.
Please.
What are you
nice
going to do
about what?
to try to create some healthy work-life balance? And you only have to do one thing. Because I see, you know, it's called one step at a time. So what one step are you going to take?
Well, I've taken one step. I have been going to bed at 8:30. But like I said, went to shelter's going to start, and I always work that overnight.
Okay,
so I won't even get to do that
okay.
anymore.
So now
I gotta find something else.
You gonna find something else?
Yes.
You want to be continued? Maybe you'll think about it and come back.
Yeah, and then I did something else bad because, like I said, I've been enjoying the groups, and the groups are one of them is every other Wednesday, and one is every Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So I try to make, if not both, because one is every other, but I try to at least make every Tuesday. Okay. But then tomorrow I take a tour of a facility that be at CMT and pass meds on the evening shift. So now I won't get to go to group, which is my therapy. You got
come on.
Can I read this comment?
You gotta try something.
I'm trying this stuff. It's like I don't know, and I think that the jobs are like blessings. Like somebody needs you. People reach out to me. I feel like in work like the shelter, group homes, PRP. Like most of these places, when that's somebody hit my phone, it's because it's something about their facilities are not going right. I know V got it. Let me go and get it in here, and I'll come like, I'm going to stay 3 months, but I'm going to come in and I'm going to rock this out. And I'll get everything under control, but I'm gone after a while. But
so
right now,
yeah. You're a fixer too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what happens when the fixer needs fixing?
She passes out, she bottoms out.
And then what?
Like Rodney Pierce said, nothing gets done. Then you got to start all over again. Tyrone Clark over on Facebook said, hey, I see y'all handling business. We handling business, and your show is up next, and I'm going to be ready for your showtime. So where are you? How about that? But yeah, so I think that's bad that I'm about to take this because I said I will do the days that I don't do shows, which would be Tuesday, Wednesday. Mm-hmm. I said Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I don't want to do anything on Sundays. But that's all of my time that I try to get. I can get some sleep or go to group. Like go to sleep and get group. So it's like, now I'm not going to be able to go to group anymore.
Wow.
And group has been working.
Okay. Well, that's what we're going to have. You're going to have to find a Miss V day. That's the day that nothing gets done.
That's Sunday.
Okay. Are you going to stick to that?
I've been doing really good with that, but the thing is,
anytime
my therapist.
The word "but" means I'm not gonna cuss. It means forget everything I said before.
Right. But
who agrees with me there?
Please don't nobody agree. Don't put it in the comments, though.
What does "but" mean?
Don't put it in the comments. That's what it means because everybody say that. Rodney Pierce over on Instagram. Rodney, if you say something that's hurtful, I'm gonna go off. He said, "V, the circus has performances and a ringmaster. Get your players and master your craft." And that's the thing. I gotta put people in a place and just leave them right there and let that be them. Like, okay, I'm depending on you to do this. Mm-hmm. Like when I have away shows, I can depend on. All right, I know Kiana gonna make sure that we got this. Mm-hmm. I know Trip is gonna be there engineer with me. I know my son is this, but then once I start doing it, because if somebody say, "Oh, well, I'm busy this day," because some people do it, I don't know how to do that. I'll go ahead and do all of it, and
They
before
have
I know it,
boundaries.
they like, "Oh, so I guess she mad." She ain't mad. You just I see your boundary, and I'ma still rock out. I'm not gonna cancel because you can't make it. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. This guy go on. Thomas JMH, that's my mother. JMH, Jenny Marie Hussey. That don't stop because you got something to do. Go ahead and do your shit. I'm good. But then it makes people feel some kind of way, which I don't know how to fix that. And that's when people say I'm too aggressive or I'm too harsh. But I'm not. I'm just showing you. And I got to tell you my truth. I got to keep right on going.
The thing is, we're guilty of overcommitting.
Yeah.
You know, that person, they're not going to overcommit.
And I don't blame them.
And it's
But I'm not
nothing
going
right.
to
It's
miss
nothing
out because they can't.
right.
Yeah.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get
Okay.
it. Right?
Don't you ready to get
No,
on me?
no, I'm not. But we do have to find a way that we remain healthy. You know, I mean, we're in the field of mental health,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And most people don't realize that a lot of the things like control issues and things like that, they are associated with mental health.
Right.
You know, being an overachiever or staying busy.
Knowing when to
or
just say,
doing
all right,
it-
pause.
or not, those things are associated with mental health. And it's crazy because I'm guilty of a lot of those things.
And
You
still
know,
go on, right.
and I'm getting to a place where I'm starting to recognize that I have to create some type of healthy balance there because it does affect things. You know, when I look in the mirror at myself, I mean, there's no reason why. I mean, look, I got my hair short. You know, there's no reason why I'm not going to get my hair done every 2 weeks. There's no reason why I'm not getting my nails done. It's not. It's no. So it's no excuse.
Right.
You know, I carve time out of my day, out of my busy life, for everyone else.
And won't take a piece out for yourself.
And I realize I should not be walking around with a baseball cap on.
Right.
You understand? I just shouldn't. I am a businesswoman. I am a business owner. I mean, I am even, I have the physician's model. So I even have another job.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I have to be able to keep myself healthy all the way around the board, because just as much as we rely on ourselves, we have other people that are relying on us as well.
Exactly.
You know, so we got to learn how to say, we got to breathe. You know, we got to take some time. We got to breathe. It's okay to say no. People don't. No doesn't need an explanation.
Right. No, it's just no.
No is what it is.
Yeah, I just don't want.
You understand what I'm saying? So, and I know, you know, just in the time that I've met you, you're a very passionate person, and I love that because it's kind of like we mirror each other. You know, we mirror each other. But I'm starting to realize that doing the things that I do, the way that I am doing them, are taking a toll on me. And
yes, you feel it.
I'm starting to feel it. You know, previously, you know, I used to own Restaurant Bar and Lounge, and I was there all day, every day, right? Just imagine. I did inventory, this, that. So my day didn't start when the doors opened at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, but they started 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning and went until 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You know, and
you're there then.
And I'm there. I'm in it.
Having the bar and lounge, you got food, you got the
this,
lounge, you got alcohol,
that.
you got the inventory, you got
all that.
It's a lot.
And
It's a lot of pieces in there.
You have to watch your money. It's very few people that when you're in the cash business, there's very few people that you can trust. You know, I mean, it takes true integrity. True integrity. You have people with total integrity to work for you and not take. Because like, oh, they're not gonna mess it all. But during that time, I realized that I sacrificed a lot, and I didn't really have to sacrifice as much as I sacrificed.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as I look back on it, I could have put different things in place to ensure that everything got handled properly.
But
I didn't.
Because it's almost like, it's my baby. Let me.
Yeah, so it's almost like, oh, I gotta do it. I had the
Same
same thing.
thing.
Like you said, if I don't do it, it's not gonna get done.
Not done
Or
right.
It's not gonna be done right. Or if I'm not there, just gonna happen. Or just that, or that.
Mm-hmm.
But the more I think about it, that's not the case.
Right.
You understand?
Because you could have delegated that to
You could
somebody.
have delegated, and there's other
Check
ways to
behind
watch
on
your
the
money.
days you needed to, and then still live a little
Right.
bit. Yeah, I agree.
So, and I went through. I even had a couple health scares.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So, if we don't take care of ourselves, who's gonna take care of us?
Not like we want to be
Not
taken
like we
care
want to be
of.
taken
Yeah.
care of.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the truth. Because
Somebody
nobody is
come
gonna
past and
love
take
you
care of you, but
like
they
you
ain't
love
gonna
yourself, though.
They ain't gonna do me like I do me.
Right. Just think about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Rodney Pierce said over on Instagram, empower your people to be great, like your vision leads. So basically, I got to line them up, put them in place,
That's
and
right.
saying this is how I expect things to go.
Mhm.
And if we're a team, you'll follow suit. But the thing is, I also understand people, and everybody is not going to do stuff like I do.
I will admit, good help is hard to find.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
people are different.
honest. Let's be honest.
People are
Right.
different. You know, if you can find one person that shares your work ethic,
Mm-hmm.
that in itself is a gem, you know, today. Because, and I don't know what it is, I mean, being, you know, a black woman in business, it's almost like sometimes you run into people who feel entitled. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
it's like they.
Why is that?
I have no idea. It's like they feel like they should have your life.
Mm-hmm.
They work for you. They have animosity. They have this. They have that. And you know, you have to sometimes grin and bear it because
And like you have no
know,
other
because
choice but to grin and bear it.
it's because you can't check them the way you want to check them
Right.
because you're gonna get sued.
Yeah, at the end of
Right,
the day,
you can
this
see.
still is a business, so you gotta
So
watch all of that.
So you have to handle them in a professional manner,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, and still for every one person that's
Since
like that,
I've been over here, I want to get over here so bad.
or
I
every
need to
two
sit back.
people
Right.
that's like that,
Right.
you're
'Cause we
gonna
both
find
do
that
some of
one,
the same things. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You're gonna find that one. So it's just, I mean, I guess it's just we're just gonna have to keep chipping away at that rock until we find diamonds, and that's just, I mean, and that's just how it's gonna have to be. But
So I think starting out, what advice we want to give if you're starting your self-care preparation, even though you're a boss, even though you work 3 jobs, even though you're a mom, married, cat, dog, rats, all of the above. What's the first way to start? What's a good way to
I
start?
think the first thing we have to do is kind of like really assess what we do and set just healthy boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like saying, hey, you know, if the office is open Monday through Friday,
Mm-hmm.
don't go in there on Saturday.
Right.
You know, say, hey, look,
Tell yourself, I'm not going in there.
I'm not going in there on Saturday. I know I'm guilty. I text you. I'm like,
Mm.
I left it, what? I'm like, oh, well, it's 7:30, 7:40.
Because I was shocked like that. We've been at the office since 9. Like, come on.
This morning. I mean,
And that was a weekend.
And it was a weekend.
Pull your mic over because I can't hear you real good on there.
And it
There
was
we
a
go.
weekend. So we got to say, hey, look, set healthy boundaries.
Right.
And ensure self-care. And that doesn't always mean going out here spending a lot of money on yourself. Or I'm not encouraging nobody to do that. But that could just mean, hey, I'm going to have a lazy day.
Yeah, because I love a good lazy Sunday.
I'm going to lay in bed all day. And if you want to watch Lifetime or sports or whatever you want to do.
Or Criminal Minds.
Or Criminal Minds or
psychotic movie watcher. Okay,
you know,
SVU. SVU. I mean,
SVU.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you have to do that, and you can't allow anybody to take you off of that track. You know, you have to do it for you because it's funny. My phone rang. Dominique, can you do this? Dominique, can you do this? What's my husband?
And then you do it.
Can you do this? And I'm guilty of okay. You know, my daughter, the main one, she don't care. Oh, mommy, you don't feel good. Oh, but can you still take me over so and so house? Or can we go to Target? And I'm like, I'll fuss, but I do it.
You still go.
And you have to understand that no means no.
Especially on the days that we already set for our no to stand for no. Real quick, I'm gonna read. Rodney Pierce said a prime work ethic is missing because many haven't been groomed properly to be great. And I think, Rodney, that also comes with learning your team or learning your people, because we got to know ahead of time that the people that we choose to put on our team, do they even have the same work ethic as me? Now, I know I got an insane work ethic. I just don't know how to stop. But I need you to at least be, if you tell me all the time, I probably call out tomorrow, girl, I think I'm over the addresses. Well, I probably call out the next day. Yeah, because I was just thinking, like, I don't even feel like getting out. It's right now. Mm-hmm. Like, I already can't use you on my team.
Mm-hmm. And people will show you who they are.
I can't have a team with a person like that.
You have to know how to assess. It's kind of like, if you know me, I like people who are strategic. Mm-hmm. You know, I like people who treat the business as if it's theirs.
Right.
You know, if you have someone tactical on your team, that's not a problem either. You might have to give them a checklist or a task list of things that they need to do. But if that's the way that they work, and if you're okay with that, that's fine. If they can, if they still want to do a good job and they still make sure it gets done, fine. But everybody isn't going to share your passion. Everybody doesn't always believe in your mission. They believe in a paycheck. But
they don't believe about the coins, because when them coins roll in the door, they on it.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna believe in the same mission that you want.
Yeah. So I think we just have to do better at vetting. Yeah. Vetting the people that work for you. And I always tell people all the time, like, don't confuse. There's very few people who can be your friend in business. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of people don't possess that understanding, because don't hire somebody because that's your friend or that's your man and you want to look out for him. Everybody don't want to. It's not.
Everybody don't deserve that piece.
Everybody doesn't deserve that,
because a lot of people respect that. Even with your mates, sometimes you gotta be like, babe, look, sit this part out. Yep. I got this. I just need you to this. Yes. I just need you to put the oil in the car. I'm going to do the Lyft driving. Yes. Because you drive like a maniac and you're going to get me tickets. Yes. But make sure the oil is put in there at all times. So, all of it is something for us to think about. Yeah. It's time for us to, actually, we went past the time. Like 7 minutes, so that's good. We were just rolling. Now y'all know how our Saturday morning went. We were just talking. Going. So what's one thing you might want to tell, like, females or even males that's listening, because everybody can be a workaholic, but the topic was for the ladies, so what would you want to say?
The main thing is, do not burn yourself out. Focus. You have to make time for you. Okay. Even with starting a new business, you have to make time for yourself. You have to know when to turn off. Your car is not going to drive if there's no gas in it. Right. And that's us. No matter what, you have to make time for you.
Because, so badly already, I want to call out tomorrow. I just feel like I just want to, my head from all day, I feel overwhelmed. And I know what else I have the rest of the evening. I really even want to call out tomorrow. So sometimes we got to listen to our body say.
You have to.
What you said. I'm going to go ahead and do that. All right, body, you said call out. I'm going to call out. It must be something good in the cards financially, so I can afford to call out.
That's right.
But I think I just might do it, because I don't have those boundaries set, and I need to start so that's some more healthy boundaries.
That's it. Healthy boundaries.
That part. It's your girl, Miss V, y'all, with Miss
Dominique.
I was going to say her whole name. Good thing I didn't, because she only wanted to say her first name. All right, y'all. So when are we going to do our part 2 to this, Miss Dominique?
I'm waiting on you.
Don't say that, because then I'll be like, Dominique, what's up? What we doing Friday?
And guess what? I'm going to say, okay.
Right? So we can't even do that. Let's start focus for us maybe next Monday. Next Monday at 4 o'clock. Let's try next Monday at 4. That's what we're going to do. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Straight Talk with Miss V and our special guest, Miss Dominique. We'll see y'all next Monday, 4 p.m. right here, same time, same place, same channel, y'all.
Bye.
Peace. All right, so Miss Dominique, just don't move yet because I gotta end the red light.